there's a couple of bands like Sister Kill Cycle. I'm not playing them tonight because I always play them, but they have brand new tracks out, and they did a really great job. Their album will be out next year, and that's one of the reasons I want to mention them. Who else am I not playing tonight? And Jupiter Zeus, which you're familiar with, which I featured a couple of weeks ago. Those guys did a great job on that fucking CD. And don't get me wrong, dude. Sometimes I'm not really being a dick. I'm just short on the internet.
What about Freaks Do It Better Now? Didn't you know? Baby Suicide.
Yeah, he's on the list. I just didn't play him. I announced him at the beginning of the show. Yeah, that's a great track.
And then my new obsession, which I can't fucking remember the name because I haven't listened to him in like a month. You sent me their first EP, and then you were supposed to do the world premiere of their video, but then the singer ended up uploading it.
Yeah. They had some other deals because Jim, I know who you're talking about. There Is No Us, but that EP was released. That song I actually had for a while, but yeah, they're great. They're coming out with a brand new one in 2018 as well.
That's a fucking good band, dude.
Yeah, those guys are sick. Andy Gerald from Marilyn Manson.
Well, I know I don't do my top 10 until we come back, but
yeah, sorry, man. I just
who my number one is.
I would assume I know who that is as well, but I got to be away from this for the next 3 weeks completely. Otherwise, I'll keep going. I stopped working at that place already, and
well, the fucking thing is, I go on my vacation from Christmas to New Year's Eve. So I'm going to be like twiddling my fucking thumbs, wondering what the fuck to do.
Record some, just do some segments in advance or something, then, you know. If you want to learn how to do this shit live, John can show you how to do it. It's not really hard, dude. It's not hard at all.
Even though we're in a band together, we haven't seen each other.
I know.
In fucking like a year and a half.
I talk to him all the time, a couple of times a week. But
it'd be nice to get the band going again, but you know, drummers, bass players, man, dime a dozen.
The fucking drummers, man. I always had issues with drummers in every fucking band I was ever in.
Yeah. Any band I've ever been in, drummers are the flakiest fucking people. I don't know why.
And bass player, I don't know. They're just there. But like I said, I made a few exceptions, so I talked about that. There was a pipe bomb gone off in New York City. I don't even know how the guy survived. I don't know how other people. He injured so many people, and this guy survived. The fucking thing was strapped to him. I don't know if you heard anything about it, but
I've seen it on some of my news feeds. It's either Trump or Bush's fault.
Well, it's amazing how they already got pictures of the guy but we have a guy who shoots up 50-something people in Las Vegas who has video cameras, and they ain't a bit of anything broadcast or shown. It's like, what the fuck, man?
He intercepted the hotel cameras and all that shit.
This fucking guy
This would be a good conversation with cats, I'll tell you what.
He go on the political bend. I gotta hang up on him. You see this thing with these female singers, this bar in, I guess, Europe or whatever, band, and a lot of female singers do. I have nothing wrong with female singers, but a lot of them do have to, sound or want to sound like Janis Joplin, or they do tend to sound the same. I'm sorry, there's a few standout ones. Nothing wrong with it. I have nothing wrong with a female singer. All the metal ones tend to have a similar sound. I mean, I couldn't tell an Evanescence song from I just wouldn't be able to. I don't, because I guess I don't listen to it. Lacuna Coil. Those guys are pretty good, but I don't know why they would ban it. I mean, if it's bringing money in, what the hell is the difference?
Who banned what now?
One of these clubs in Europe banned fucking bands playing with female-fronted singers and shit.
You gotta send me that article. That no way.
Yeah. You can Google it. It's a trip, but whatever. It's fucking. When I listen to female vocalists, I want something that's not so pretty, like the singer that was in Civil War, Psalm Polarimus, or whatever the fuck her name is. That chick, shit. Not only is she pretty, but she is. I mean, she might be a better vocalist than the singer for Dying Fetus. I mean, it's just her guttural growls are just it's out there. That's funny. But I mean, in that type of music, I mean, there's just some of them that they try to all sound the same. I understand where they're coming from as far, but to ban them is fucking retarded. It's just stupid. I mean, it's art. I mean, it's like saying, all right, all people who paint paintings, you all use paint and acrylic, so we're not going to sell any more paintings. But a lot of these females they imitate what they already seen. It's like the girl from September Morning. I wouldn't know one of their songs if it came on the radio. Right. I don't listen to the radio, but I just wouldn't. There's just certain shit I don't pay any attention to, and that kind of is one of the things. I mean, there's a few female bands that I listen to, but really not that many, but not a reason to ban them.
So, on a final note, before I let you go so you can finish the show, this Friday was the 13th, I believe, 13th anniversary of the murder of Dimebag Darrell. And every year I try to go and visit his grave over in Arlington. I did not get to this year because I was working. Any thoughts on that?
When he died, I was a lunatic in my band. That whole thing is one of the reasons that I don't really play that much music anymore live. I felt like I was such. I did some crazy shit, and I could see someone coming back to one of my shows and fucking shooting me. So, right. I mean, Dimebag was a fucking great guy. When we used to do shows before the internet was really meant for all of this music shit, we would fax record labels and certain bands that we knew were coming to town and try to get them to come to the show and send flyers and shit. And the guys in Misery, I reconnected with because we hung out up until high school and shit, and a few years later we lost contact, and then I met up with those guys again, and both our bands used to do shows together, and we used to bring each other up on stage. So to cut the story short, we sent stuff to Pantera, and they were on tour with, it was either Black Sabbath or Ozzy at the local, arena on Long Island. Those guys came to the fucking show after their set, opening for Ozzy or whatever it was, came to the club. I was already 3 steps out the door. I didn't even fucking put 2 and 2 together. We got down the block, and the dude from Misery calls me. He's like, yo, that was fucking the guys from Pantera. They all went to a strip club. That's how they got involved with the guy from Life of Agony. All sorts of shit stemmed from that. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame that you have to worry about going to a club or going to a show. I mean, I'm sure it runs through everybody's mind. I mean, even when I went and seen Shinedown, the two guys acoustic, this shit runs through your head. Is there a lunatic in this place with a fucking gun? I mean,
right.
That kind of started off, I think, that whole type. I mean, there was always some type of shootings, but that I think that was one of the biggest ones in the media that started, you know, that's when you really started to hear about all of this shit starting to happen and starting to trend like this, and it's a shame.
Right. I remember a year or so after Dime's murder, we were playing in a club, my band Paleface, and we were playing a club in Dallas called Reno's, and for some reason this guy got up on stage, got in front of me, wanting to fight, and he just kept saying, just give me 5 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, he was really drunk and intoxicated, and then for some reason, I'm trying to tell the guy, okay, well, after the show, if you still want to fight, then we'll go at it, whatever, but not right now. Before I can even finish the sentence, my drummer, whose name is Keith, he jumped over his set and just started wailing on the guy. Because of the whole thing, you know, it's like, don't come up into my business area. This is where this is where I work, and I still to this day don't know what that guy's beef was. I've never met him before in my life, but yeah, that really happened. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's another reason. I mean, that same stuff has happened to me. I mean, I've had sound guys come on stage and fuck with me. I put on a show. I mean, the bands that influenced me, when you came to a show, I wanted you to get a show. So it meant nothing. But, I mean, there was times I got in altercations about it. There was a club out in the Hamptons on Long Island where a guy got beat in the parking lot because he was black, and we played at this club, and they were all like uptight little rich fuckers, and I stopped the show, and I got thrown. It's a disaster, but it happens. I mean, but you don't really know who you're dealing with. It's just like road rage. I mean, you don't know what you're getting involved in. You don't know these people. That's why I have issues with these big cruises that put on these metal shows. It's nothing against, you know, metal people, but they like to drink and get drunk, and I don't want to be on a boat with fucking 5,000 fucking lunatics that are, not that there's anything wrong with getting fucked up, but you're on a boat with these fucking lunatics. But
anyway, bro, it was good talking to you, chiming in on some topics, but let's continue on with the rest of the Stoney Awards.
Yeah, because I'm already 103 minutes in, and I got some more music to play, so me and Prickly Rickley, I made a video, a little cheesy video, and at the end I put Jay Stone, starring Jay Stone the asshole, and Prickly Rickley as the prick.
Oh, and one more thing before we cut. I heard the intro when you were talking about, bro, I never take anything you say seriously. You're never a dick. You're an awesome dude. So, it's all good, man.
I appreciate it. I mean,
just like that one time I come off as an asshole, you didn't know if I was being, sincere. Right. I had to tell you, I'm just joking.
Well, I know we're dealing with each other, and it's a long time, so we're comfortable with talking to each other. Sometimes I just don't get to my messages or whatever. I fall asleep. I'm on a fucking roller coaster, dude.
Right. All right, man.
But yeah, I'll let you go. Me and Prickly Rickley are taking a break. We'll be back January 7th. He's going to do his top 10 of the year, and I'm going to play how I'm feeling right now. I am feeling like a zombie, but because we talked about zombies, I'm going to play National Suicides. I'm not a zombie anymore. I'm Jay Stone. You're listening to the Stoney Awards, at rockmetaltalk.com.